Hello and welcome back to the Touchline podcast. Today we have Henry Murphy, Theo Wolf and Louis Gillen.
Thank you.
Joining me, myself, Will Fraser on the table.
Joining me and myself.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
We'll be doing our England 11s for the World Cup in Qatar in November. But before we start on our England 11s, I just have a little thing for the viewers. Apparently, over 60% of you guys are not subscribed. So, if you're watching this video, just go off the video and then click the subscribe button.
You
and then
can
go back on.
You can click it while still looking.
Well, it depends if you're watching on a phone or a computer.
No.
So if you're watching on a phone, tilt your phone, click the subscribe button, and then tilt your phone again.
If
you're watching on
or if you're watching it full screen on
hit the bell as well.
Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button if you're there. You may
I think we're going to get going.
Or dislike, both benefit
Follow
us.
the TikTok, _touchline_. And
No, that's not it.
is it not?
No.
I think it is.
No, that's
and
the
also
Instagram.
the _touchline_ Instagram and TikTok. Let's go.
Right,
England
boys,
11.
let's get started.
So this is a big debate. This is the debate.
Right, let's start.
We all want to know.
Let's start with goalkeepers.
Okay.
I think that's where we were going to
Yeah.
start.
Okay,
we're gonna start with Key, and we're gonna move around the table.
Yeah.
Just everyone.
So this
say
is
their
actually a
goalkeeper.
debate. This is normally goalkeepers, they might have a number one. This is a debate.
So, Gee, who's going in your team?
Jordan Pickford.
Louis Gillen,
I'm also gonna go with Jordan Pickford.
Theodore Wolf.
I'm also going to go with Jordan Pickford.
I did not expect that.
I'm also going with Jordan
See,
I thought there'd be a few Aaron Ramsdale.
I knew it'd be a clean sweep. Only Sammy would have gone for Aaron Ramsdale.
He's
not here.
Pickford's
He's not
so
here.
good for England.
The experience that Pickford has trumps any form that Ramsdale's had.
I think
this
in a
season.
big tournament like that, in a World Cup, you wouldn't,
And Pickford
experience.
has consistently performed for England as well.
Everton
Immense.
recent.
In the World Cup,
this season,
and recently.
this season.
Everton.
No, not just recently,
That
this
double
season.
save was outrageous.
Oh,
This
against
season
Chelsea.
for Everton, he's been good.
He's-
He's probably been one of their best
In
players.
the relegation scrap, he's pulled it out of the bag. Fair play to the lad.
Fair
Yeah.
play to them.
And
And he's got a lovely bit of passion.
Him and Michael Keane have been.
fights for
his
the badge.
passion
Instrumental.
for
He fights for the badge.
I do love Ramsdale, but sometimes
He
he
stresses
can be a
me
bit
out.
Very
toxic.
good at the start of the season, and he's got a
No.
mistake in him.
He's got better than now. He lagged a bit in the middle. He's got a bit better now.
No, it was his form at the start of the season,
Yeah.
which was just ridiculous.
No,
he
it
was
And
on.
Arsenal
He
had-
was
had
on
the Leicester
par
game.
at the start of the season with the top key.
Aleison.
He's dropped
Yeah.
off, but still.
And I think we're done.
I think we're done with goalkeepers.
Yeah.
We are now going to move on to the most hotly debated
Position.
position in this whole team.
No.
Well, boys, I think we should keep this one civil.
And for this, I think we're going to skip Henry.
No, right.
Right.
William,
I'm
go
going
first.
to start with Louis to my right.
And
Who
if you're
have
in
you
right out,
picked?
we're doing right backs.
We are doing right backs.
See,
There's three main options, but you could throw in Aaron Wan-Bissaka. You don't know.
at right back, I've gone with arguably the greatest Premier League right back of all time, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
See, why do I get laughed at when I say that?
God, I thought you were going to say Pablo Zabaleta.
Best.
I will give my reasoning after we've gone round,
Yeah, William, you're up next.
but I think William's going to agree with me.
I've also gone with Trent Alexander-Arnold.
That's what we like to see.
Our right back. So it's a
Theo Wolf.
double star for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oh, Trent Alexander-Arnold. I can't speak right now. Moving on to Theo.
I've gone for Lamptey. No, I've gone for Reece James.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's a choice. It's a choice.
It is a choice.
And I've gone for Mr. The fastest man in the Premier League.
Oh,
what a player. Kyle Walker.
So I rate your choice. I
Carl
actually rate
Walker.
it. I think that's a choice and a half.
One bit.
Neither do I.
If we're playing in a back five, he's straight into that team.
Let's get to reasoning. I think let's start with you two on Trent because
He is the best right back in the world. We are doing R11s. We're not doing Southgate's 11s. We're doing R11.
Yeah.
I am picking the best right back in the world to play at right back.
I don't want to hear any of this absolute bollocks that he can't defend.
Yeah,
the
I don't
amount
wanna
of
hear
times
it.
I hear that, it's a stupid, overused agenda that just simply isn't true.
He can't
He's a solid
defend.
defender. He's a very solid defender.
Okay,
He may
he
not
is.
be the best in the world, but he's solid.
hey, can I
He's
say
good
something?
enough.
Certainly not. The
I'm
best
not
in the
going to debate that he can't defend. I think he can defend. He's not the most incredible defender, but he can defend. Does he work in the England system? Because he has
This is my
got
system.
Virgil
This is
van
my
Dijk
system.
and Joel Matip. And if you haven't checked out our last video for the best Prem centre backs at the moment, they were very near the top. And Van Dijk is
Okay.
the best centre back in the world. Michael Owen said he was the best of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, but that man.
Can Trent do it next to some
Okay.
centre backs who aren't quite on that level?
What-
I don't think so.
what-
How
is
Trent-
wrong?
How is Virgil van Dijk and Matip helping him going forward?
Because they give him
It's
more
not bad going
cover.
forward. They're talking about defending, and in
You're saying, can he do it when
in
he's...
an international tournament, knockout games, one mistake costs you the game. And when you're playing that
He's
high
not
up the
that-
pitch, personally, that's why I've got Carl Walker.
I'm going to be
in.
honest.
And he has been so solid for England in a back four. He's got so much pace, and he can deal with top class players better than Trent. And that's my opinion.
I do get Henry's point.
That's
that
why I
Maguire
say
and
that.
Stones aren't going to give as
Yeah.
much protection.
Wait, what did you just
to
say?
that back
If
line.
that's who you've got. If that's who you've got
Wait. Who did you say, Maguire and who?
So
Stones.
Sorry,
I don't think you did.
Sorry, Stones. Or whoever centre back you've chosen, whatever you've gone with, is not going to give the protection that Henderson and Van Dijk have done.
Yeah.
But I also suggest that as Trent is so exceptionally good, that we build the team around him on that right hand side.
Remember, this
Because
is our team, not Southgate's team.
Yeah, no.
No, but you've got to have some
I
of that
just-
in line.
Yeah,
in
you've got to
mind.
have some of it in mind. It's a
Fine,
major
fine.
tournament, everything.
But
Okay.
going forward, Trent is so overwhelmingly good that you just can't have him.
But I've gone for the best of
Miss
both
out.
worlds.
See, I respect Reece James more because he's got
It's
a
the
bit
best
of
of
both.
both worlds.
Yeah, so
Vinicius in his pocket.
I'm going to say
is he though one?
he's got a bit of both, but
Trent will pocket
he's not as
Vinicius
good going
in the
forward
UCL
as
fight.
Trent, and he's not as good defensively as.
They will be
Walker.
so. No, but
That's Louis. That's kind of the point. He's saying.
Yeah, so
if
he's
you want a
he's
solid
somewhere in the
right
middle,
back-
but
he's better than Walker defensively. I
is
think.
he even that good defensively?
Yes, I think he is.
No, he is. He is.
He's
I'm
so
not
good.
fully convinced, and
He is.
yeah, I'm going to put out some
Plays in the back
stats here
five as
because-
well.
I'd have him over Bellerin.
He plays in about 5 or 1.
But Louis,
consistent to how England plays.
Positionally, it's
Yeah.
much easier to play in the back five.
He
But
played.
you realise we're not going to play a back five in all our games.
No, but he plays
No, you
right
can play
centre back
five
as
if you
well.
want.
Yeah,
Who knows?
fine. But
Right.
majority of the time, we should play a back four.
Is
And then-
everyone playing a 4-2-3-1?
No,
But like
the
some
common
some
thing-
version
Are
of
you
that.
playing a
com-
4 at the back there?
4-2-4.
Of like
He's lying. That's not a formation. You're actually playing real football. It's not
Yeah.
FIFA.
This is not
okay?
FIFA 19.
we're not
Okay.
proud fragging it.
That is the wrong sheet of paper.
Right.
Who should we?
it's got-
Louis, you got big
think-
pockets, man.
No, it's just got some stuff.
Yeah, I think. Have we gone with the right back?
Okay, moving on.
Moving on to centre backs.
Centre-backs.
I think what we're going to do is
I think we should do centre back partnerships.
we should do centre back partnership.
I think.
So-
I
Henry,
think I'm going to go first on this.
Henry,
one.
I'm going to come to you first. Who have you got as your centre back partnership?
I have John Stones
Obvious.
and
John Stones.
Mark Gahey.
Guehi Henry.
Is he?
Wait, wait.
Has he been capped
I
yet? or not?
apologise,
Was he
Mark, if you're
uncapped?
watching this.
He's uncapped.
He's
He
an
was in the
uncapped
squad, but he
England
didn't
player.
play.
So you've just picked Kyle Walker and Jordan Pickford because you think at a World Cup you need experience.
Yeah.
You know, you need World Cup experience. And then you've gone for an uncapped player, unproven player, one good season in the Premier League, one season in the Premier League, in Mark
uncapped.
Guehi.
That is a very valid
Okay,
point, and that
no.
is
Uncapped
I
for
agree.
what?
Okay, I can agree
England.
with some of that.
He said he was.
It's not a cup for
Did he
him.
get? Did he
He's
get one
uncapped.
cap?
Did he not
No,
play in
didn't-
those?
didn't.
And
not
it doesn't
play.
matter. He's either got one game or no.
Okay, fine.
Anyway,
not experienced enough to start
I
a World Cup.
listed every centre back that England have.
Okay.
I looked at Maguire.
Ben White.
Shocking this season. Ben White.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
Not good enough. Not good enough. Like Gabriel has been the best centre back. I've realised that recently. Been the best centre back. Ben White's not good in the air
but
at all.
I agree.
Tyrone Mings overrated.
I don't. I think Tyrone Mings is.
I would have him in the squad.
I think he's underrated.
he's underrated now because people have hated on him so
Yeah,
bad.
people hate him so much.
There's a reason
a-
for that.
I get
He's
it
a
can be a-
liability.
I don't want to
He can be
hear
a bit-
anything about Lewis Dunk. He's not in
Yeah.
the conversation.
Mings can be a bit clumsy, but he's strong, he's quick, and he's good from playing out the back.
Yeah, but I think
So
we
he
should go around the
works
table.
kind of in the England system. I wouldn't
He
have
did.
him on my team.
Let's
but
go
he
around the
works.
table because I want to hear who you guys have because I
Okay,
can't think of
Okay,
anyone who's
Theo,
that much
I'll come
better.
to you next. Who do you have as your centre back partnership?
I have the same pairing.
Stones and Guehi.
I don't think.
Did you
So
actually?
just
Yeah, I don't
So
think
does
White's.
Tomori-
I don't think White's good enough.
Tomori
and
not get a shout?
Class. Oh, I
No
forgot
one
about
talking about
Tomori.
Tomori.
The thing
doesn't
is,
get a shout.
Tomori, okay, I've watched a few AC Milan
Another
games.
uncapped
What AC
player.
Milan games you watched?
I watched
Which one?
one
Name
in the
them.
league.
Which one?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Henry, I can
got
tell you
BC
right
Squad
now.
watched him in
slapped
Europe,
up.
watched him
And I watched him in
against
Europe.
Man United.
He is good, but I'm not going to put him in based on like that number of games. Like,
If you put him tomorrow, that's a joke.
Yeah, but you can
Okay.
also watch him when he played in
Okay.
the Premier League.
Hey, moving on.
Under
Moving on.
Lampard.
Let's go. Let's carry on.
Why did he get sold?
So
Because then he got put out of the team.
To be fair, he got sold by Chelsea as well.
Yeah.
So, I've gone with Maguire and Stones, and I think in this case, I'm 90% of what I look at is how they perform for England. You can say what you want about Maguire playing for Man United, but when he plays for England, he's
so
top
bad,
class
man.
every single time. He's
they
performed
start.
in the major tournaments,
Respect.
and I want Maguire and Stones. I don't want Guehi or
Once
Tomori,
again,
who don't have any
Who is
caps.
playing next to Maguire?
what?
Stones. Sorry, not
done it
Stones.
again.
not
I would just like to
I thought you
say.
were about to say John Stones should have been in the team.
John Stones. Sorry.
I would just
John
like to say,
Stones.
Louis, you can factor in how good they are for England. But I'm not talking about Maguire. I'm just talking generally. You need to take into account
Yeah.
how good they are.
No, I will take an account for.
You just said all you care about is how they.
I think he's been the worst centre back in the league.
A massive amount of what I take into account is.
I think
is how they play for
I think
it's
he's been,
not a terrible shot.
I think he's been the worst centre back in the league.
Better than Thiago Silva.
I think.
Anyway, I think that I would. Yeah, check that one out.
So
Have
if
ever
you haven't
seen
watched
that?
our previous video,
That'll probably be on the TikTok.
there is an
We're gonna get
interesting,
abused by the
interesting
comments.
opinion from
Anyway, I
Dio
think
here.
what were we talking about? Maguire.
Maguire.
I think
Yeah,
the problem with
Maguire
Maguire and
Maguire.
Stones, they were brilliant in the Euros. No one can debate that.
They're just
They-
a partnership that I
But
don't
it
want
works.
to.
I
I don't
could
want
see-
to. Why remove them? Don't
I just-
fix something that's not broke. You know.
But he is
Like,
I
broke.
can see, no,
It's
but
not
I think
broke.
I know the partnership isn't, but I think Maguire has been so bad this season.
Yeah.
I watch it. I was trying to convince myself as a United fan, trying to convince myself.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been good, and then I'm watching him now. He genuinely.
I'm going to make a point about Maguire.
Oh my
And
god!
I'm not saying I
can't watch
agree
him.
with
I can't watch
Guy
him.
putting him like top 10 centre backs in the league, but
10th,
I think
by the way, not like-
in a stable defence and a stable system, he can be a top class centre back. And he showed that last season with Manchester United, where at moments their defence was actually stable and actually played well as a unit.
Yeah, but was he just being protected by McFred the whole
By
season?
McFred.
Ollie
Okay,
played
okay.
two
Okay,
CDMs
fine.
in like a block of four with Wan-Bissaka, one of the most defensive in the league, Luke Shaw, who was not going forward that much, like 50-50. We were playing 6 defenders at the
Okay.
back.
Okay.
6 defenders
You
at the back.
talk about this.
And you're saying he needs a stable system.
Yeah.
Who are you going to play?
A
at
stable
the back?
system.
You're going to
So-
play 2 6s.
You're putting Carl Walker in there.
But yeah, I've got the best. You've got the best 6.
One of the best sixes we can have.
the world.
You've got
He's
Carl
an attacking
Walker,
6.
who is one of the best
he's an
defensive
attacking
right backs in the
six.
world.
He's not just going to sit.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
obviously, no, but it depends on your.
John Stones next to him as well. He's got a lot of security, and we have seen that
No,
them two
not playing
is a
next.
very stable backline.
Not
You're saying he
not
can't
with
play
Trent.
there. He has
No,
played
no,
there,
no,
and
but
he's done well.
Not with Trent on the right. You haven't got a lot of cover. You got Trent on the right. You've got Maguire covering that. That looks horrible. Genuinely, that looks horrible.
Okay, well, I want to hear Geese.
I think
So
it's going for the same.
after absolutely obliterating your choice to pick Maguire just because he's good for England, I've gone with John Stones and Harry Maguire.
I mean, I knew you were going to do
They
that.
are the
Just
pick.
give,
They
yeah,
are
give
the
us
two
a short
centres.
reason. A short reason why. Because we
Don't-
talked about it quite a lot.
Louis is right. Don't fix what's not broken.
I don't think that's what he said.
I think that's what I said.
Well, ain't
Yeah, it
broke.
works, yeah.
Don't fix if it's not broke.
That's fair.
He does well for England. I like Maguire. He's good on the ball. He's good coming out from the back. He's good in the air.
Is he good coming out the back?
Yes, he's very good.
I
Mate,
think
have you
he's
seen him run?
good on
Bringing,
Have you seen
bringing,
his top
the,
speed?
bringing the ball out from the back.
Mate, have you seen his top speed? He said, he was like, once I get going.
Look, I love Maguire, but I'm going to say
He's
being good on the ball is not exactly one of
Yeah.
his strong suits.
His strong suit.
He does
can
kind
bring the
of
ball
be
out
a
from
bit
the back
physical.
well.
What is
But
what's his strong suit?
Good in the air. Good
Can
in
bring
the
the
air.
ball out from
That's
the
this
back
year.
well.
No, he is good in the air. That's his
This
strong
year?
suit. Mate, he's got a fat head. How's
He's
he
strong, good in the air.
Foreign is absolutely
He's
massive.
strong. He's strong, good in the air, and can
Man
bring the
United
ball
have
out
the
the
worst
back.
record from corners this
He
year.
can. Where have you got this from?
But Maguire has. But Man United have the worst record from corners this year.
We're just talking about aerial duels.
Anyway,
Don't
Okay.
get me
So-
started. He's
I think
always.
we should move on to
we
left
could
back.
talk about this
move on
for
to left
hours.
back. And
I think it's a good discussion.
left back, I really wasn't sure about. I actually really.
I hope you
wasn't
put
sure
my
about.
choice.
I don't know. I
Have
don't
you
know who
got
your choice is, but I'll come to Louis
It's not
first
for Mitch.
Okay,
because I just want to see where I stand.
I don't think we're going to come to me first. I think we're going to go to Henry
Okay.
because
Mine's easy for me.
you'll see why.
I have Benjamin Chilwell.
Chilly Chilwell.
Yep.
Fair enough, Theo.
Theo?
Just go through it.
I think everyone knows I'm going to pick. Big fan of this guy. I've gone for Kieran Trippier.
Yeah, you said it before. On the left of a back four is very interesting.
He has
Yeah, but
played
very,
left
very
of the back for
Let me
one
know.
game in his England career. But
was outstanding.
We'll move on.
And he was average. Right.
No, he wasn't. He was
Yes, he
unbelievable
was.
in that game.
Yes, he was.
Unbelievable. Every single appearance that I've seen him play for England, he's been unbelievable.
Okay, I'll tell you why he was average. He was average because England just wanted to play first game of the Euros. They just wanted to put a few experienced players on the pitch, park the bus a bit, get the win. That's the only
how we
reason
played.
why. And then Shaw comes in, and I know Shaw's been bad this season. He was so
Shaw's not
good.
been that bad this season.
Yeah, he's been quite bad.
Shaw was our best player. One of
Shaw,
our best players.
Shaw
in
was
the
so
Euros.
good. I mean, he scored the goal in the final.
One of
I know
our
it's one
best
goal, but he was playing so well,
was so
and that's
good,
the difference it's made. Like,
Against Germany, Shaw was
I'd
absolutely
have Shaw over
fantastic.
Trippier, obviously. Trippier at right back's not well with the right backs we have. He's a very good
Okay.
right back.
So moving on to me.
Like,
I have gone with Luke Shaw, and again, I'm just going with his trends.
No, I think that's a good pick. I think it's a good pick.
He hasn't been
He's-
terrible for Man United.
I don't.
this season.
I actually believe that Luke Shaw has been Not as bad as Maguire, but he's been so bad.
That's wrong.
He's been average.
So bad.
He's not been that bad.
Last season, he was
immense.
absolutely
in
fantastic.
the Prem and in the Euros. He was immense.
World Cup, one of our best players. I do believe he was one of our top players. And
you mean Euros?
I do mean Euros.
I would just like to clear that.
I was
up.
trying to think of the
He had
World
a
Cup.
I
broken
do
leg
mean
in that World Cup.
Euros.
If we're talking about the World Cup, let's get Jesse Lingard in the team.
I mean
I can't
Euros.
remember that team that we played in that
Jesse
World
Lingard,
Cup.
Dele
that was
Alli,
slaughter.
Danny Welbeck.
I don't know how it. No,
Danny Welbeck
Ashley
in the
Young.
squad.
Yeah,
What a player in that World Cup! Ashley Young was absolutely
Yeah.
top.
Yeah,
Oh my
He
God.
stepped up.
Trippier.
And Trippier. Those
Is
balls
Trippier
are
that man?
horrendous.
Is Trippier that man?
Anyway,
Okay.
Call me.
You've got left
Call me
back?
romantic, but
So
Are we going to have 4 different picks? I think we might.
I was flip flopping a bit. Wait, who
oh,
did
don't
pick
you
then?
dare go
I got
Cresswell.
Chilwell.
Don't you dare go
I was
Cresswell.
flip flopping a bit, and I've come to the decision. I'm going to play Lee Wallace. He's also
One a decent little
I
player.
mean, he's Scottish, but apart from now, I've gone with Chili Chilwell.
Okay, good.
I've gone with Chili Chilwell because thinking about it, he's our best left back.
Can I make a point about Chilwell?
No, the thing is,
That's
he's our
okay.
best left
He
back.
is. He is.
I
If
know
you
he's
look-
been injured, but
I could say injured. Yeah, he's been injured.
He's a wing back, though.
6 games,
in
3
a back
goals.
four.
6 games, 3 goals, 3 assists.
He's not the same player in a back four.
Jeff Hendrick.
He is a wing back,
Oh, that's a
and
good
he's
point.
excelled
No,
as a
that's fair
wing back.
enough. Oh, I can
and at
respect
Leicester,
he played in that four.
played in a back four, but he
But he got
wasn't a
50
50
million- he got
he
50
wasn't a
million
50 million pound
Okay,
player.
but
Harry
he got
Maguire
big move
got
to
80
Chelsea.
million.
And he's like massively stepped up his game at Chelsea in the back five,
No, I can
and he's
respect
very good going forward.
Well,
not
But then
great
he's injured the whole
defensively
season.
and doesn't provide that security. And if I'm thinking that I've got Trent on one side, I don't think I want a
That was-
player
that
that's
was why I
so
was flip-flopping.
strong going
Also,
forward.
I was thinking of going
Slightly
short.
broader question. So we have Chelsea play back 5, and we're like, would you just play back 5 and have
No,
Chilwell
no.
and James with that system? Because
What,
that's worked well
you
this
just want to
season.
play.
when-
You want to
That's
play
why-
the Chelsea.
That's why Chilwell's so.
I don't want to play. I don't want to play Chelsea.
He wants to put Chaloba,
No.
Tamori, Guehi, all
Have-
those
we've got-
ex-Chelsea players.
You could,
Ben Colwell.
mate. You could have.
Nathan Ake.
You could have Walker at right centre back. Maguire,
Yeah.
Stones.
No,
a
you
good,
have-
good
But
team.
you realise we're going to play a 5 against the top teams because we always do.
No.
We're
And
too
Walker-
scared to do
and-
it.
We
Yeah.
always,
And-
we always do 2 games. Come on.
And Walker's going to play in that back 5, and having Chilwell sort of in the team, in the squad, could play in that back 5.
We won't play back
yeah.
5 against the top teams
And
in this next
I'd
one.
have James over Trent in the back 5.
And
100%.
yeah, and that's facts. And
I don't think that's ridiculous to
say. You'd have
Trent's
who?
not necessarily.
James over Trent in a back 5.
Trent's never played in a back 5.
It's a
Doesn't
different.
matter.
It's very different playing
It's
back
a
5 to
different-
back 4.
It's a
as,
different
a,
role.
as a former right
It's a
back
different
myself,
role,
Is it
and we're
that much
looking at
different?
people who are
Yes, it
experienced.
is.
Quite
very
similar. It's quite similar to the Liverpool role he plays.
Trent
He
plays
gets a lot of license to go forward.
Trent,
Why is it much
Trent plays at
different?
right cap.
Yeah,
for
why?
Liverpool.
No, Henry, why is it that much
No,
different?
he
It's just
drops
a
more
different
into a
play.
holding
It's just,
midfield
you
role.
play differently, yeah, right.
No, because
Right
think
wing
about how
back.
he plays at Liverpool. He's a very offensive. He doesn't do as much defending. That's like a right wing back. You're very offensive. You don't do as much defending.
May I just
So
address?
surely Trent is perfect for a right wing back.
It'd be a waste of
Yeah,
right wing back.
but may I just address the
We'd
fact?
be playing him in big games at right wing back when we want to be playing more of a back 5 than a back 3, and we would want James to be defending.
Let's hear
over
Theo's
Trent.
point.
Just because it's a big game doesn't mean we don't want to create chances.
We're England. When we
This
just
is
top the
our
class.
team. This
No,
is not
but-
Gareth
but-
Southgate's
fine,
team.
But what you're saying is, we're us in Brazil. We're the favourites for this tournament.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Gotta
bring
play
the
like-
And
exactly.
obviously-
That's why I don't think we'll play a back 5 in this tournament. I think we'll try and play the stronger. We'll take the front foot. You know.
Henry,
become a bit
We'll
did
play
you just say
flipping.
Argentina?
They've won like the last 27 in a row.
No, they haven't. They're unbeaten in like a few games. They haven't won.
So they're not the
last
favourites.
27.
Brazil are the favourites.
Yeah.
They're not. Then
France.
And really,
France.
Ben-
If you
Minor
if
back
you
is
ask
dangerous.
people in England, they would say England are the favourites.
That's because we're incredibly biased.
Maybe because we're in England.
It's coming home,
Anyway,
lads.
Anyway,
I think-
moving on to your.
Can we move on to
Let's move on to
CMs?
midfield.
Okay, I
I'm
think
going to
Easy.
move on to
Clean
everyone's
sweep.
deepest line
Hands in the middle.
midfielder.
Hands in
There's
the
no
middle.
need for hands in the middle. I'm going to go around the table. Louis, who do you have at the
Can we just do it quickly?
No need for the suspense. I think I know.
He's got
what
made
you've
it nuts, hasn't he?
I've got Declan Rice.
He's got Jamal Lascelles.
I do. I have Declan Rice. I'm going to be honest.
Declan
here.
Rice. Theo.
Do Declan Rice?
Got Conor Gallagher.
Okay, let's stop this. It's
Got
not fun.
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice. Henry.
Declan Rice.
I've got Declan Rice in the base of my midfield.
You
No, we're not.
literally-
We're not going to even
there-
talk about
there
it. He's
is-
so good.
No.
He's
There's no case I don't think you can make that Declan Rice shouldn't be in this team.
Yeah.
Well, there is the argument that Henderson provides a more stable midfield.
He's not really
Fine.
number 6.
Bit of a captain.
And if you're
He's not
playing
really
Trent, does
He is.
Henderson cover
Couldn't play
well
at
for
number
Trent?
6 on his own.
Yeah.
If,
And
if
it
someone
provides
put,
strength.
If someone put Henderson in,
think
I
it-
wouldn't say it's the most ridiculous thing, but
I was thinking of
Rice,
playing Henderson.
Can't miss out Rice.
Rice is good.
I was
player you
really
can't
thinking
miss
about
out.
playing
Drive
Henderson.
forward with the ball, good in attack. Like you can score goals as well, but it's defensively solid as well.
I think we've overlooked one. I think
Okay.
What about Alex Oxlade for the squad?
Okay. So we go to who's playing next to him.
Yeah.
Are we playing? Are we all playing 4-2-3-1s?
Yeah,
I am.
We are.
Yeah.
I was thinking. I was
Wait, can I
really
just-
thinking
can,
about
can I
playing
ask?
Henderson.
Can I ask? Oh, so can I just? I'm playing a 6. Well, I'm counting Declan as a 6. I'm playing a 6, an 8, and a 10.
Okay, fine. That's the same sort of
Let's just
thing.
I'm
think.
playing
you doing?
6/8.
I'm playing 2.
Oh, I know who he's playing then. He said
Yeah, no.
Oh.
No, just wait for the suspense. The
I was
viewers are
really
waiting for
thinking
the
he's
about
suspense.
really gone Gareth Southgate.
I was really thinking of playing Henderson because
Okay.
I'm playing Trent at right back. I would like Henderson to cover.
Who are
Trent
you
a
playing?
bit
Just say.
if I want him bombing on forward. I've not gone for Rice. This is a new
You've
squad.
not gone for Rice.
Sorry. I've not gone for Henderson. This is a new squad.
Come
This is a new England
New
under Will
generation.
Fraser. Next to Rice, in a 2, it's Jude Bellingham.
Yes.
It's
So
Jude
have I.
Bellingham.
So have I.
Rice and Bellingham taking us to World Cup victory under the management of Will Fraser.
Okay.
Mr. Louis Patrick Gillam, who have you got?
Oh no.
Here we go.
Maitland-Niles.
I've gone
Don't
for
get Phillips. don't get
Calvin Phillips.
Oh yes, Louis.
Because
Here we
look, you can say Jude Bellingham all you want.
They
but
want to play boring football. We want to play. We want to take the front foot in the
Yeah.
games. You know.
You want to take the front foot in the great. Oh, I can't speak. What's going on?
That's why
Dude,
I've reached out to the right back.
Calvin Phillips provides the security. It's not fantasy.
Oh,
it's not FIFA.
Also,
we need a team
You're playing
that
Man
can
United
function.
tactics.
We got to the Euro final with this team. I want to play.
Did we win the?
I-
we win
I-
the Euros?
No,
Nah, that's a
'cause-
stupid
no.
shot.
I would like to say one thing as well. In that first
Did
game,
we win the World Cup?
the first game of the Euros against Croatia, they were calling Calvin Phillips
Yeah.
the Yorkshire Purdo.
He can do
He was
everything.
As a
incredible.
joke.
Ballon
No,
Dawson.
He come in at no one thought he was going to play. He came in and played very well.
That one ball to Sterling just gets over.
Nah, he was good in that game. He was good.
No, he was. I'm not saying he's not good. Also, he's been injured for a while, so that might take it into account.
So,
but he's
You've gone Calvin Phillips. You've also gone for Calvin Phillips.
Can we have a little
I've
case
gone
of
for
Jude
Jude Bellingham.
Yeah,
I feel,
make your case.
I feel like you're being very negative though. I feel like you play very negative football.
Yeah, we are England. We're the second favourites. We got one of the best. We got some of the best young talents in the world. Let's play them.
Stop being so broad.
Okay.
Just actually say
It's not
why you
broad.
want him to be in the team.
Because
He's an engine.
Bellingham
He's
is
incredible.
Bellingham's like Haaland. I'm
He-
putting that same out.
genuinely.
He's as good of a generational talent as
Okay,
Haaland.
nah, maybe
Look,
not. But
He is.
Can you,
You
make,
say-
can you stop saying
Also,
who he's as good as
think
and
about
say
him.
why you want him in the
Okay,
team?
I want him in the team.
He's better than Phillips already.
In terms of how good he is,
How
he's
he
better
will
than
play.
Phillips.
better
And
than
people
Phillips.
might say he's like,
better.
how old is he? 19 or 20 or whatever, and you don't want him in your team.
Oh, no, that's
He's
not
probably
what
the
I'm
most mature 20-year-old
He's
you
better
ever
than
seen.
Phillips.
He's 18,
I'm
mate.
not disagreeing with the fact that he's a better player than
Is he
Phillips.
18?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
He's 19.
Exactly.
No, he's
He's
19.
incredibly
He
young.
played in the championship at 16. He's
You
like
just got if he's in the championship. Have you got Charlie Austin up front, mate?
I was back. He played in the championship at 16, a full season in the championship. He's played at Borussia Dortmund. He's like one of their leaders. He's one of their best players.
He's going to stay
I
on
think-
another season.
He's
Look.
probably one of the best young talents in the world. One of the best young players in the world. He's got to go in there next to Rice.
You want
We've
to
got to
play
build this team.
all these young players, and you want to
I've
play
got the
beautiful,
team. I do.
expansive football.
I
You
do.
want to just like. I don't get like we are England.
We-
okay?
yeah, okay.
We play a style of football. We can't
No,
go out there
okay.
and play teams.
The
off
only
the
reason
park.
you're saying that
Why
is
not?
because we've
We've
got
got
That's not
squads.
us. That's not England. Gareth Southgate
That's because-
has got us to a semi-final and a final. That is more than any manager has done.
Do you think
in
he's? Oh, so you
decades.
think Gareth Southgate's performed as an England manager?
He has, yeah.
You think he's performed as an
100%.
England
I
manager?
would not replace him in a year. He's completely changed the mentality
I
of the
wouldn't-
team.
I wouldn't replace him.
100%.
Culture in the team
He's
has changed.
overturned the entire team, and
But
we've been absolutely
you're saying we
fantastic since he
can't
comes
play
in.
attacking football because of how we've been in the
Yes.
last 30 years.
We
So
were
what?
shit.
So what? We had
The way we set up the team, the best way to be successful is not to go out and play crazy attacking
It's that's
football.
just because
That's
of how
never gonna
England have
happen.
played.
It's not
in the
crazy
past.
It's
attacking.
It's
never
not
gonna
crazy
happen.
attacking football. It's just fluent,
We've got
young,
the
energetic
best right back in the
players.
world.
We've got the best young back in the world.
Right back
young
in-
right back in the world.
Yeah.
Why not play him?
Who-
Don't just play him because.
I was talking about Reece James.
Who's the best
Okay.
young right back in the world, lads?
Trent.
Trent. Go Walker. Not young.
Okay, but I think Calvin Phillips.
You've got Bellingham.
more
You've got to
secure-
play him. You have
No,
to
but
play him.
I do understand because I do understand about the fact
I
that
understand Phillips as well.
no,
You've got to-
but the only reason I'm putting Bellingham in is he's just unreal. But Phillips, Bellingham is a more attacking player. People have this kind
Yeah,
of he's a more
he doesn't
attacking
defend.
aid.
He
He's a more
doesn't
he
defend.
does defend.
defend.
No,
He
the
plays
thing
in the
about-
two.
the
He
only
plays in
thing
the two
He's a
for
number eight, he's a
Dortmund.
number eight,
But
he plays in the two.
What I can say about Bellingham, I put Phillips in, but Bellingham's work rate is impressive.
Yeah.
And his work off the ball in those legs against City, was it this year or was that last year?
That was last
That was last year. Anyway, it was quite a long time ago. but
He's
still.
an engine.
He's an engine. He is an
absolute
engine. I
Engine.
can appreciate
midfielder.
it. I can appreciate why he's in there. I would have Phillips in there, especially to start with. then Bellingham will play in one of the group games. Then if he plays well,
No,
then
but you can't
he
do that.
deserves the
You
place.
can't say, oh, if you play.
No,
Who
but-
is he? This is who you're having in your England squad.
I'm having Phillips there. I'm very
You
definitive
want a settled
about that.
lineup. You
Yeah.
want a settled lineup.
I'm settled about that.
I'm going to go back to an argument. I think that experience trumps a lot of things.
No,
when
no,
you
I
make
Does
get
a
Calvin
that.
Phillips
team.
have that much experience?
And he has more than
But
Bellingham.
my-
and you
So
can
you're
say he
never
doesn't
gonna-
have experience, but he
you're
has experience of getting to
Then you're never
a
going to start
Euros
our
final.
good young players.
For the first time in
You're never
decades.
going to
You're never
improve
gonna
the
start
squad.
a
You
young-
need to keep building
So
the
you don't-
squad.
you
Okay,
don't
Louis,
think Foden should have
Louis,
been
are
in
you
the
talking
squad?
about international experience in the team, or you, like with all the players and just in the team, or are you talking about general experience
I'm-
in big games?
I'm talking about international experience.
Okay,
I'm
can
not
you
talking
admit-
about.
So,
I'm
okay,
not
can I
talking
just
about
say
general
then,
experience. in
why
big
is
games.
Trent in your team then?
What?
If you're talking about international
Because-
experience,
yeah,
why is in your
there's
why
gonna
is
be
in your team?
exceptions.
What
You need a
international
mix.
experience has he
Stop
had?
about
Okay,
that. You need a
Henry,
mix,
there's going to be
relax.
exceptions. Let's say we had, let's say Cristiano Ronaldo level player that's never played a game for England, and then we've got, Carrick in, who's played, endless appearances. I'm not going to play Carrick, am I?
Over
Louis
Cristiano
Point-
Ronaldo.
Louis Point is
That's
you
an
need base-
interesting comparison.
I know, I'm just...
Both players who aren't the same necessarily don't play the same position.
Okay, no. Louis' point is you need a base
You get my
team
point. You
of
get my
international experience,
Yeah.
tournament experience, and then you breed the young players around him, which is what I've done.
Obviously,
I've got Stones and Maguire.
What we've done.
I've got Pickford,
I'm gonna play
I've got a strong
Trent.
base. I've got Declan Rice.
Yours is very attacking though.
No, but maybe it's different because I've got Guehi. Guehi.
Henry.
I've got
Yeah.
Guehi
I'm
as
building
my
my
inexperienced
squad.
player.
I'm building my squad for the future. This is our
Yeah.
team to take us to
I
win.
know.
Your team will not win us a World Cup.
I think
He's got
No,
the.
our team will
I
win
think
us the
he's
World
got the
Cup.
most realistic.
The defence
Bro, Southgate lineup.
and the
Yeah, you're a bit too
midfield
much like
needs to
Southgate.
be
Okay.
the most experienced part of the team.
Okay.
The attack, let's say.
But that's my point on Bellingham. He's so mature that I'm happy playing.
I can
Because
understand
he's so
putting Bellingham
mature,
in.
he's so
Because
strong,
He
he's
may
so
not be
demanding.
experienced playing for England, but
He's
he
so
has
experienced.
played at the top level
He,
for a
yeah,
long
he
time
went
now.
to Germany at 16 or whatever. Like,
So
But also,
He's-
so we all know who we're playing 10. If anyone puts Foden 10, I'm gonna have a fit. Okay, but
okay,
no, let's move on.
Foden
Let's
go
can
around.
play
okay,
as
let's
that.
assume. Okay, well, I'm just
Is
gonna,
it
actually
first,
played-
no, but I'm gonna
Is
make an
everyone
argument
playing
for
a
Bellingham.
number 10? Is
I'm gonna
everyone
make an
playing a
argument
number
for
10?
Bellingham because Mount. If you are playing Mount, Mount is a he's a midfielder. He's not an attacker. He's a midfielder.
Yeah.
He's a cam. He can defend. He's good defensively.
Yeah,
Not good,
work
but
rate.
he's
Yeah.
exactly. He's got work rate. So that's why I feel
What-
like I can play
What
Bellingham.
I would say on Foden is I know he doesn't play there much
No,
for
you
City.
can't put Foden
I
on.
haven't got him at Cam.
Good.
He has played there 1 or 2 games this season at Cam.
that's
He's
not
been-
enough.
Okay, I get that. I get
So
that.
he
But
hasn't
you're
played
saying-
Cam, that's not true.
He's played there for
false
Man
nine.
City as well.
He's been playing false nine, it's a different position.
Centre forward.
I said at points in the season, like maybe for half a game or for a game,
That's
he's
not
been
enough.
moved. I'm not saying it's enough. I'm saying he can play there. He
You
could
can't
play there if you,
That's a fair point.
Not for
if you
England.
wanted him to play there. He could play there.
Foden
Not
can
for
play
him.
anywhere across front.
Oh, he
And
Foden.
at Cam.
Foden could
Not for
100%
England.
play at number 10.
No.
What do you mean?
I'd say Foden would massively.
He's not
excel at
robust
number 10.
enough. He's not robust
No,
enough.
he is, but he just doesn't have experience
type of
playing there, so you can't throw him
Also,
into the
he's-
side
he's
at
not
number
had a
10.
good
Anyway, let's move on to our number
Reckon
10.
like Foden can't play at 10.
Should we move on to our number 10? So, Guy, who have you got number 10?
He's not a 10.
Okay.
Let's go.
Just we
I've
say we've got
got
number
Mason
10.
Mount at 10.
Yes.
Louis?
I've also got Mason now at 10.
Theo?
I am going to put Mason Mount there, but I was going to pay, because I was thinking, if I'm paying Bellingham, I was going to pay Gallagher, but I have to put Mount. He's so
I've got Mount there.
Mount is so
think
good.
Mount's-
Yeah,
Mount
but
is
Gallagher,
so good.
Gallagher's had a better season than Mount's last
Oh,
season.
I
he
swear.
hasn't.
No.
Yeah, that's
Gallagher's
Chelsea,
his first one.
hasn't.
Regular
Chelsea
season.
without Mount,
No.
Yeah, that's true.
they're
That's
not.
such
Palace
facts.
without Gallagher.
Would Chelsea
Yeah, but
get?
Palace aren't doing incredibly well.
Would Chelsea get top 4 without
Semi-finals of
Mount?
the FA Cup.
He didn't actually play in the semi.
No, I know. They got to
Yeah,
they
that's
got
the
to the
point, they lost.
semi-finals.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, but semi-final, like... Yeah, fine.
But
The fact
Chelsea,
of
Chelsea.
comparing
are first.
Gallagher to Mount.
No, I'm
is
saying
ridiculous.
he's had a better breakthrough.
He's
season.
had a great season.
He's had better.
Mount's
That's
had a
the
better
thing. He's had a
season,
better breakthrough season. Who's been better this season, Mount or Gallagher?
Mount's breakthrough season
Mount
was
on
better than
form.
Gallagher's breakthrough season.
No, it wasn't.
No, I'm not sure about that. You seen Mount's season under Lampard?
Yeah, he was good on the Lampard.
In his first season
a
under
very young team, he stepped
Yeah, he
up.
was good. I'd
No
say
experience
Gallagher's right
players.
with him there.
He
I'd
was
say Gallagher's
he was
right
better.
with him.
He was obviously he was at his best last season.
He was at his best last
But
season.
Mount has gone on to so.
But this season, comparing Mount to Gallagher is a bit disrespectful.
This is a bit irrelevant.
No, I know.
To who you're picking.
Yeah, we've
in
all
the
got
World
Mount.
Cup
Anyway,
team.
left wing?
Okay, let's
Oh,
move
wait,
on. I think that's fair enough.
No,
We've all gone
we've
Mount.
talked about Mount.
I think actually let's go to right wing.
Good
first.
shots as well.
I think
No,
This is a
let's
position
go.
we
Let's
get
go. Let's
very
go.
angry at. If
Let's
Henry
go with
picks
left
who I
wing.
think
Let's
he's
go with
gonna
left
all right, fine. Louis trumped us. We'll go with
Left
left
wing.
wing.
Yeah, and
this
I
could
know-
cause a bit of debate.
If he picks the person he is going to pick at left wing, I know he's going to pick
Henry?
the right wing.
Left wing.
Henry, can we start with you at left wing?
Can I have fine.
What? No.
I used to change my team.
No,
We'll
you
do it at
can't
the end,
change your
Tony.
team. You can't change.
Oh
your
no, he's done it,
I had
hasn't
2
he?
slashes anyway.
We'll do it at the end.
team. Do it at the end.
I know.
Who would you have at left wing?
Raheem Sterling, literally one of the easiest picks on the pitch.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
For
He's
me,
100%.
he is second or third name on team sheet. Like I've so important for England in the Euros. Like
for me,
incredible.
he's fourth. Fourth on the team sheet.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Maybe
it picks
behind
itself.
Fourth after.
Kane.
Fourth. Oh, I'll tell you. It was
Kane and
after,
Rice
after.
probably.
Kane.
I think we all
I'll
put Kane. I
tell
don't
you
think
off,
that's.
Okay, fine.
What, not
Theo.
DCL?
Theo.
Oh, I know. He's gonna say
Theo, who
that.
do you have on the left wing?
So, original thoughts. Yeah.
No, just say who you got.
Just
No,
say
but
who you
I,
got.
no, I was thinking, we've got to get Foden in the team. But I looked at him.
Where are you
He's
going
done nothing this season. Done nothing. He's been awful.
Waffle.
So, if you actually want to see my notes here, look who I have put. But this is old to be there. This is morning.
Okay.
I will have to go for Raheem the Dream Sterling.
Raheem the Dream, the England man.
I'm not gonna lie, I did forget about him in that one. I don't know why.
So
I
you've
was
gone with
very early.
Raheem. Louis, who
Louis.
have you gone for on the left?
I mean, pick yourself. Gone for Raheem Sterling.
Oh,
I mean, it's just such an easy decision.
Yeah.
I think
his
it's
goal
about the-
scoring.
Him in the World Cup
Exceptional.
in the Euros. Was,
Exceptional.
But another player who hasn't had the best year.
No, it's not true.
No, he hasn't had the best year.
I think that's harsh. He hasn't been.
So
He,
City,
he
they
hasn't,
were
he
taking
hasn't
players
stood
from-
out in the City team,
Yeah.
but he's still
But
been.
not many
he's
players
still,
have
he's
stood
still
out.
played well. when
Morris had a few good games.
Yeah.
He's been good.
I'd say
De
this
Bruyne has
season
always stood
especially,
out.
they've worked.
De Bruyne
They've
is
worked
crazy.
very well as a unit, and you can't like
Bernardo's still first off in
pinpoint
the
one
season.
player that
If you
should.
if you think
Yeah.
of their two wingers, you think of Jesus and Morris.
You think of.
Those have been their
Sterling.
two.
Sterling doesn't start.
You don't think of Sterling, yes, but
Yeah, play Mahrez right. You play Foden
again,
left, or you play Foden
Sterling
in false nine.
and Kane
Yeah,
for
everyone-
England.
everyone-
Foden left. Jesus.
Everyone at City in England just loves Foden. It's just a bit of a.
Yeah, but Foden starts ahead. Would start in the big game. Start
Yeah,
ahead of
that's
Sterling.
fair enough.
If Foden and
that
Saka,
is
Who
for
have
City.
you got? Have you got Sterling?
if Foden and
So I
Saka
think-
on the same side,
I think
Saka
it's probably
started.
the easiest clean sweep we'll get today.
Yeah.
But not for this pick, because I've gone Phil Foden.
Oh, he's such an
Wait,
idiot.
if you actually.
I've gone Phil the Dream Foden.
That was a very nice intro.
No, I was going to
liked it,
say
I liked
the
it.
easiest.
He's gone for the Stockport Iniesta.
The Stockport and Iniesta.
That's what they say.
Okay.
So originally I had Sterling, and I was like, why do I have Sterling? I thought to myself,
Foden's
why
like
do
the
I have
worst.
I'll
Sterling?
tell you why you have Sterling.
Why do I have Sterling?
Because he
Am I
was
just
so
thinking of-
ridiculously good at the Euros when everyone doubted him beforehand and he was our best player.
Top goal scorer
Our best player.
for the Euros.
Top goal
No,
scorer.
England's.
Wasn't Patrick Schick the top scorer?
And Patrick Schick. and
He was
Ronaldo
up there,
top
but he
scorer.
performed in every
mental
single game he's
goal.
played.
How old is Sterling? 31? 30? I think it's time to move
Around
on. He's never been that good for England apart from at
Okay.
the Euros.
It-
He has.
Can I say something about this
That's his
moving on?
first goal.
Yeah, I was
We're
about to
talking
address
like
that.
okay, we're talking about players this year. Why are you talking like we're picking
Yeah.
a team for 5 years time?
I'm not.
I don't care how good Foden is, and I don't care about building a team with Foden in it.
Because
for
I
2 years'
think
time.
at the
I
World
want
Cup,
Sterling
I
in my
want
team.
Foden in my team.
Okay, a question for you here though. No,
We'll make more
a-
impact.
a
a question.
I don't mind.
A
It's not
question.
for the future.
A question for you here. So at club level this season, you know Foden has had worse stats than Sterling this year. Do you think he's been better? Do you think he's been better than Sterling? Foden's been better than Sterling this year.
Yes, I agree.
Foden.
Foden's been better.
He's
than
been
Sterling
better
last year.
today.
Games.
Foden's a better player. He's been better than
Yeah,
Sterling this
big
season, but
Champions
Sterling
League.
starts for England. It's not about form with your club when it comes to an international
Matt's
competition.
interesting. For me, it matters with Maguire, but
Fine.
he's been genuinely catastrophic.
I think
I
really like Foden.
I'm not a fan of this whole like moving on
Foden's
thing.
It's not.
disgusting.
It's not
overrated.
moving. It's not saying
I
it's
don't
moving
like.
on
We've
thing.
got bringing all these young players in. We got to the final of the Euros for the first time in decades last season. Last year, it's
Yeah, it's
it's
only
ridiculous
a year,
why
right?
we're playing
Wait,
the World Cup
Bukayo
this season.
started in the final.
Fucking hell, I don't
He
even
did.
care.
Bukayo started in the final.
But
Yeah, he did.
yeah,
Quite
but yeah, he started in the final. 'Cause
That
I'm
one
picking
year,
a front foot,
We had more than one.
energetic team
Yeah.
to go out there and blow team. We should win 4-0.
blow
Why-
teams away.
Why are you acting like Sterling's not front foot and
Because
energetic?
he's not.
He's a tapping merchant.
He's not. He is.
The
And I'm
only-
not saying that in a bad way.
Such a talented
But in
player.
terms of like
Such a
He
talented
can
player.
progressing
finish.
the ball.
He's not just a tapping. He can finish.
his positional play in the box,
Yeah,
like getting in the
that-
positions.
I get that.
No,
It's
seriously,
fair.
that
It is good. But
Oh,
apart
you're
from
talking
that,
that's
about
a skill.
how he gets the tapping.
that's the skill.
yeah, that is his
It's
best skill.
Like that's Aubameyang, for example. He's in the right
But
place at the right time.
I'm
That's not
not
something
picking
that just
that.
happens.
Yeah.
I'm picking a team, loads of creativity, loads of pace, loads
Yeah.
of dribbling.
Win-
I
Foden
think,
gets in there.
I think you might be getting a bit too much like fancy.
I
FIFA
don't
on
think
it.
we're
No,
gonna win
like,
the
I
World
knew
Cup.
people would think that. I did have Sterling at
I can
first.
see where you come from. I'd love to see like Foden
Yeah.
play with all these great players.
Sterling could have been
But
so
in
good.
reality, we're going to park the bus. We're going to defend. We'll get some 1-0
I get
wins.
that.
We'll get some dodgy wins. We'll scrape some.
And
you
I
know,
think that's
we'll
because
scrape it across. And if we win,
Yeah.
then great. But it's not going to be in
and
style.
I think half the reason why we were able to do that is because of the man that we have up front.
What? Ivan Toney?
Also, another reason for
I've Ollie Watkins.
Should we get to the man up
As
front?
no,
Not Richarlison.
I want to carry on with this debate.
It's almost like Richarlison's Brazilian.
As Kane's got probably even more deeper this season than I say he was last season. I remember at the start of the World Cup, he got deep, and people were like saying, "Stay up front."
Yeah.
We need him to drop in deep. You want Foden. You want my other man on the right, who I've got.
You want Mount to move.
You want Mount to come in.
Sterling does that job better than Foden.
Yeah, he does.
Wait,
He's
should
got
we go-
better.
should we go up front
No,
or
you
guys?
can't. You can't
I kinda
possibly
wanna go to the
argue that
right now.
Foden.
See,
Sterling's
said that.
finishing
Can we go to the
is
right hand side?
much
Yeah,
better
I'll
than
go to the
Foden.
right.
Can we go to the right, Geese? So who have you got on the right side? You just said you wanted to...
Wait, no, Mel, but I want to actually really understand.
I want to,
Foden-
dig into
I've never
this.
rated Sterling.
I think just
Neither-
chill.
neither have I.
Let him don't speak. Don't speak.
Neither have I.
I don't see much of him.
But if you Sterling,
I get.
You
It
don't
sounds
see him play,
ridiculous.
you
It
don't-
sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
No, not that.
Oh, okay,
It sounds
right.
ridiculous to say that because he did play. Was so good in the Euros.
but it's just the fact that Foden just hasn't been good enough this season. He hasn't had a good enough season.
The only thing I say
Foden
about
also
Foden...
hasn't performed for England, so he doesn't get a spot in the team.
The only thing is, Foden makes stuff happen.
No, he doesn't.
He
I
does,
don't.
he
He does.
I don't think
He's
he's.
True.
I don't need him to make stuff happen. If you're playing
He is
Trent on the
magic
right,
with
if
the
you're
ball
playing
that's
Trent, Mount. I know if you
But
say
what's the-
another
what's
name on
wrong
the
with more
right.
creativity?
Trent, Mount, and the player
And
that
then
I'm
we
having
got
on the
I
right.
big
think what's going to
trips.
happen in this
We
World
don't need
Cup,
any more.
we're going to play this
the
boring
player
football. We're
that I
going to
have
get
on the
found out.
right.
We're going to lose 1-0 in the last 16.
Let's go to the...
The player that I have on the right.
Let's blow teams away.
Yeah, let's
Why
go to the
not?
right.
Yeah,
side.
I'm just going to say, just let me
Yeah,
say.
but who-
Raheem
who-
the
who-
Dream
I'm just
will
gonna
do
say-
that.
Who have you
By
got on
scoring
the
The
right?
tackle.
No, we're doing that.
combination,
We're carrying on the left.
No, no.
combination with Trent, Mount, and this player, when he gets service, he's one of the best right
Talk about
wingers in
players
the
on
world.
right.
He's one of the best right wingers in the world.
Oh, no, you can say.
Obviously.
When he's involved in the game, when he gets good service, when he doesn't have Cedric playing behind
Talking
him,
about Sakai
Bukayo Saka is one of the best right
Oh, I
wingers
thought
in
I
the
thought
world.
you were talking about Nicola Pepe for a second.
No, and he needs that because I'm sorry, but Cedric is utterly useless and doesn't provide. any of
Who's
that.
better
But
than
Trent
in the
will.
world? Well, Morris has been
Morris.
saying Morris
So
and
you
Salah,
said
but
Morris and Salah.
other than that, who's the right
Couldn't
wingers?
think of many. Could make some cases, but he's solid. He's
Who
up there.
actually has that? Messi. I mean, he's a
Messi,
shit
forgot
season.
about Messi.
Bukayo Saka is world class.
He's had a better season.
He's already world class and he's
Who?
20.
Messi. Yes.
Mate, he's got like 5 goals.
Okay, I will give you
He's seen a
Messi.
better season than
Messi is a better player
Yeah,
than Bukayo
obvious.
Saka.
We stop comparing Messi and Saka.
He's just had a better season.
Can we just go, who have you got on your right hand side? I want to know.
I'm carrying on my theme.
Oh,
Mature,
go brighter, sorry.
Okay, he's carrying on his feet mature.
mature young players.
Mature young player.
No, I was carrying on my left hand side. Not for once, we've got a group of young players that are like some of the best young players in the world.
Yeah.
Like if you think
If you
about other
look
teams
at
in the past,
the young player of the year, the young player of the year nominees today, every single one of those players are English.
like let's.
When
let's
was the
embrace
last time
that.
that's happened?
Because
That's
that never happens
crazy.
with England.
But it could be a
Don't
bit of
embrace it.
racism.
But
not
I mean, could you think of players that get in over the? I couldn't think of anyone
Yeah.
that gets into these
But look,
nominees. There's
yeah, who
8
have you got on the
players,
right?
Mark Gahey.
8 young players.
Who have you got on the
But you
right?
think of other teams in the past. They what is wrong
Who
with
have
you?
you got on the right?
Let him speak.
We have all this talent. Use it. England have it for once.
You
Let's use
better
it.
not say that name.
Let's
No,
use
no.
it.
I'm a bit
Anyway,
confused. What is
on
your
the
point,
right-
Gahey?
No, I'm saying we should use the talent we have instead of
Go
just going sticking to what.
After this
gets us to
build
the
up, this better be a
semi-final.
good
I
player.
agree.
I've got with Basayo
Kaka. Okay.
Basayo Kaka on the right.
I think we can put our hands in the middle for this one.
Okay. Well, we don't need to do that. Just say.
Because I have got Sakai Baka as well.
He's so mature for his age as well. He's so intelligent.
He's the next Jude Bellingham.
I'm telling you.
It took a long
And he's older
time
than
for
him
me
as
to
well.
properly rate him. It took a long time for me to
you
properly.
weren't. You were being.
I was
so
not.
I know what he's going to do. He's going
And
to be a
Henry's going to
dickhead.
put Bowen in, and
No,
we're
he's
all
gonna
going to
put Foden, he's gonna
pretend.
put Foden. Who you put?
If you put Foden in,
I'd back you putting Bowen in. I'd respect that a lot if you put Bowen in.
Or
Henry.
Rafinha.
If you put
Henry.
Foden on the right, I won't respect that.
do you like being on this podcast?
Okay, Henry, what you got?
No,
There's a reason you don't get a vote.
Who have you got?
See, this is like incredibly difficult. I've got 3 players, and I can't separate them.
Who?
Actually, I'm going to be honest. Actually, no, I've got 2 players.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay. Before you say, can I just make a point?
It's so
about
So
bad.
then you know they're not those players there.
Okay, can I just make a point? About
Saka
Bowen.
and Gee's got them.
Bowen has got a
I've
good
got
goal
Saka.
scoring record this season.
But
He's
I-
had one good
I'm
season
not
in the
talking about
Premier League.
Bowen.
No.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
just in general, he's had one good season in the Premier League.
He was good last season.
He's got no caps for England, and I just can't see him performing and actually making an impact.
I
the way that Bukayo Saka
realised
does.
that Bowen. He's a good finisher.
Okay, yeah.
Bowen's
He's
a good finisher.
Okay,
But I realised in making crazy stuff happen,
Well, I
having
don't know where
Bowen
this-
and Sterling is not diverse.
but I don't mean to be
You can't have that.
dismissive
like,
of Salah, but he's got that kind of. He doesn't look that great on the ball, does he?
No,
Bowen?
that's
Where
exactly,
does this
that's
come
exactly
from?
what I was thinking.
That he's not
So that's
creative,
why.
he's not good on the
No,
ball,
no,
he
no,
does
no.
make things
He
happen,
said-
he's
no,
not
he did-
energetic.
of course he does.
It's all of those things.
He
He's
is.
so energetic.
Big Dick
He's
Antonio
good on
makes
the
those
ball.
things happen.
No.
And so no, he does. No, let's be.
He
he's been good.
drives with the ball. He
Okay.
goes
You know
past
what?
players.
I've made my decision.
No, wait.
Phil
Before.
Foden on the right.
Okay. So let me decipher that for you. So I'm going to show you.
Phil Foden
So,
on the right. That's my decision.
Sakayo Baka
Sakayo
has been better in the last Euros. He was a better player in the last Euros for England.
He was astonishing.
Okay, relax.
He's been better in the Premier League this season
Than who?
than Foden.
No,
He's been streets ahead of him.
Okay. I wouldn't say streets, but he's been
Nominated for
better.
Player of the Year.
And
Ignore James Ward-Prowse.
Southgate loves him.
What's this got to do with our teams? We're picking our teams.
And he's an Arsenal player.
Southgate doesn't exist in these
So
worlds.
it's a fair point.
There is no reasoning for Phil Foden. Also, you're putting him on the side that he doesn't play on. There is no actual logical reasoning for Phil Foden to play on the right instead of Sakayo Baka.
Phil Foden played on the right in the group stages. Didn't make anything happen. When Saka plays, he makes things happen.
Saka's the best
You
player in
can't
the
deny
world.
that.
Thing is about Foden, I think.
I back it.
For me, as making things happen, I think Foden's better at that. For me,
You're wrong,
at making things
unfortunately.
happen. I think Foden is
No,
better.
actually, no, that is Saka's
Saka
best
makes
element.
things happen out of absolutely nothing.
Doesn't.
Your
That is his
team,
best element.
He's good at finishing.
No, what? That's the opposite of what Saka's about.
No, he's
To be
good
honest,
essentially.
He's not, I'm
Saka's-
not saying he's not, but that's the
Saka's
opposite of
got
what he's
better
about.
I
finishing
think it's just a
recently.
complete package, to be honest.
No, he's so creative from the right hand side. He goes one way, goes the other, does that little dink into the back
He's
post.
If only we had
astonishingly
Martin
good.
Odegaard.
Yeah, if only.
See, this is different.
He's so creative.
Basically, I really want Foden in this team.
Okay,
I
well,
think he's
you've gone
special
with
player.
Foden. There's
What
not-
you're trying to do, Henry, you're
not a special
forcing Foden into this team, which I
Yeah.
understand. Like I'm like really struggling to
Yeah,
leave him out of
that's
this
true,
team
you
because
are
I know how
forcing.
good he is.
I'm not.
I don't know if I'm forcing it because
You are.
I think he
But
can play
I-
on the right.
I
Can
know.
play on the right, but Saka's
I
better.
think he can play on the right.
Saka's the best.
But
player.
Saka's the first name on the team sheet.
Okay.
Saka, like no joke,
Head of Maguire.
he's the third name on the team sheet.
Head of Maguire.
Third name on the team sheet.
I think he just about pips him.
Kane,
You crazy?
Kane,
1,
Declan
2.
Rice, Saka.
Mount's ahead of Saka on the team.
Yeah.
sheet.
No, he isn't. No, he isn't.
No, because
You can easily play different systems
I
with
think
Mount.
Kane,
Stones,
you've got
because
Kane, Rice.
You've got. It's
Stones,
all about making
No,
a case
no.
for another player.
Kane,
so-
Rice, Mount, and...
Not Mount. Mount does not get over him.
When you're saying
Mount-
name first names on the team sheet, you're saying you're kind of building your team.
Mount
around
could
it.
get
but,
replaced so
like,
easily in
the
that England
competition
midfield.
Stones.
for that position is not high. So like Mount, I suppose you could put in Foden. I get your point. Yeah, he's one of the first names on the team sheet as well. I think he's just behind Saka. Kane,
Stones.
number one, obviously.
Stones.
Don't need to debate that. Rice, he's got no competition.
Okay,
you
what
can't even
about
argue.
Stones? What about
Sterling.
Stones?
Stones is another one,
Sterling.
but I think
Sterling.
Sterling.
replaceable. No.
Who would you rather have on the right then?
Really?
No,
Who'd you rather have on the right,
don't-
Mount or
Don't say
Saka?
that, mate.
well, I mean, he didn't even put Sterling in his
Sterling.
team.
I'm not talking about on the right.
No. But let's say you were doing those because obviously Mount has been playing on the right this season for Chelsea.
Yeah, but it's not a right winger. He's not on the touchline. He plays in like a right attacking midfield.
You'd rather have Saka on
Does
the right, right?
Mount
Yes.
create enough to have him in the team?
Yes.
but
yes.
He's
Just-
so creative.
does he create-
So
It's
creative.
because of that shit Chelsea team.
He's their most creative player.
I'm just being devil's advocate here. I know he creates a lot.
He creates
I'm just making a
It's better
question.
because that Chelsea
But-
team attack's been all
But
race
yeah, but I just
It's a good player.
I wish you had Martin Odegaard.
No, but it's one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I'd
one
play
of
him,
those
I'd play him
things-
every day of the week.
It's one of those
Shame
things
he's
where Mount creates enough, but you look at like Foden. It sounds stupid. Foden's a more gifted footballer than Mason Mount.
I don't care.
That's just stupid. That's just nothing to do with
Paul
it.
Yeah,
Pogba
on
would
the
get
ball.
is a more
Foden,
gifted
on the
footballer.
ball.
Foden is a more gifted.
But
I
Yeah,
know.
football,
That's why I
yeah.
thought.
Foden's probably a more
I
gifted
feel
footballer
obliged
than
having the
Harry Kane,
team,
but what's
and then
the point?
Sterling has played so well in that Euros.
I don't
and he
care
deserves
how
to be there.
gifted you
So
are if you
I'm-
score
I'm
5
backing
goals.
So
Foden on
you're
the right.
putting Sterling in there just because he deserves to be in there, just because he's got like credit locked up in the bank. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Well, that's what he said.
But also,
He
you're
scores
saying
goals.
him being gifted is the
Oh, he's
dumbest
scoring
thing
goals
I've
on
ever
goals.
seen.
Yeah, no, that is just dumb.
Him being gifted, what
It's
does
who
that
plays-
mean?
It's who
I'm
would
talking
be
about
better.
good on the ball.
Oh,
Creativity,
I don't care.
Dribbling.
Smith Rowe's good on the ball. As Jamie Carragher
I
said,
think
the
you've
best
also got to think
progression of
about
the ball
like
in the league.
the threat from the bench, and I love the idea of Foden coming off the bench. In
I love the
60th
idea of
minute.
Smith Rowe coming off the bench.
I think
Foden,
Foden off the
Grealish
bench
off
is
the
be-
bench.
Grealish off the bench
Oh,
in the Euros is so
Grealish.
saucy.
God.
He was
The
so
fans
good.
were not having.
I would pick Smith Rowe over him.
Okay.
Anyway,
should we move
I
to
think
our
we should
front?
move to our central striker. Now,
Yeah.
this is. I actually don't think it's going to be a clean sweep.
Cue all the jokes about Eddie Nketiah.
No,
Right,
this is not about
Watkins,
Eddie
yeah,
Nketiah.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is about me
Okay.
continuing my theme. I'm building a team for the next 10 years.
Oh yeah.
I've gone
No,
with
I'm
Tammy
interested
Abraham. I've gone with Tammy
at this
Abraham
point.
because I've got all this creativity. Who do I want in the
Right,
who
yeah,
do I want in the box scoring the goals?
See, this has got to the point
Yeah,
where
moving
I
on.
think
So
the
I don't
viewers
know,
might
so
think
I-
that
So,
I've had a
you
few
know,
matches.
I'm not even taking the piss here. Okay, I don't think.
No, can we just get straight?
I don't think Kane's as good as he is for Tottenham. I don't think he's good as that.
You said
good
that
for
before.
England.
Are you being
I
serious?
disagree.
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay,
he's so
I
good
mean,
for
I
England.
sort of
I don't
understand.
think he's that
I mean,
good for
getting
England.
top goal scorer in the World Cup. I mean, that's pretty dreadful.
Yeah.
You know? He's
Do
not
you want to look at those? Shall we look at those goals? I mean, about 8 of them hits back and went
Doesn't
in.
matter.
A couple of
Scored goals.
penalties.
He won single-handedly won the game against Tunisia. Opening game.
Oh, Tunisia.
That's a
What do
very.
you mean? Why you
good
going? Oh,
point.
Tunisia. Is
That's
that
if
very
we had
good
Callum
point.
Wilson there, he would have done the same.
They've got Hannibal Medri. Have
Popping
you
up
seen
a
how good he is?
What? Kane scored 2 vital goals. 2 massive
Callum
goals.
Wilson would have done
Why was no one else scoring
Why do you
goals?
think
He's saying
that?
it's easy to beat Tunisia.
It's a stupid argument. Just
Such
because
a
Kane's not in there
stupid
doesn't mean Callum Wilson's going to score them for him.
I reckon Callum Wilson does the same.
Okay, shut up.
Kane
I've
isn't.
gone-
Kane isn't that
I've
good
as my
for
central
England,
striker. I've gone with Harry Kane.
Are you
I've got
arguing that
Harry
Harry Kane shouldn't be in the team?
Obviously not.
Harry Kane, best striker.
You
in
know,
the
I think
Premier
Kane's the best.
Okay,
Harry
Oh,
Kane
yeah,
is the
but
best.
But boys, you know, I
striker
think
in
Kane's the best
world.
player in the Premier
No, it's
League,
not.
but I don't think he's good enough for England.
Harry
As he
Kane
could
is the
be.
best striker
Oh,
in the
so,
world.
but you still say he should be in the team.
Of course, I think
Okay, fine, okay,
I think he's the best player in the Premier League.
Also, but his passing ability.
He's the best passer in the Premier League as well.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
As
is.
an all-round number 9.
Best passer, best
As
shooter
an
in the
all-round
league.
number 9, he's the best.
He's developed.
100%.
As an all-round number 9, he's the best in the world.
But-
I want to ask the question: who's everyone's second striker in the squad?
Tammy.
Tammy Abraham.
Big Tammy. I love
See,
Tammy.
Don't make me
I've
say
always
who
loved
I'm going to
Tammy.
say.
I've always
I'm
loved Tammy.
warming to the
Don't
idea.
make
of
me
Tammy
say who I'm
Abraham
going to say,
Arsenal.
William.
I think he's the perfect
I've
player.
seen.
He is the
Me
perfect.
and
I'm
William
warming
said
to the
that.
idea. I'm agreeing with you.
me
I
and
think he's the
Mr.
perfect
Murphy,
Arsenal player.
Okay,
He's got the
the thing
link-up
is-
play.
Ollie Watkins.
Okay, but let's talk about Tammy
He's my
Abraham.
backup
striker. Tammy Abraham, he's good. I don't know why Chelsea let him
Yeah, it
go.
was
They were
weird.
playing Olivier Giroud,
So
33
stupid.
years old, 34 years old.
You haven't
Ahead
watched
of
Tammy
him.
this season.
How many
But
times?
at Chelsea,
It's not
I
the
don't
point,
even need
you
to
don't
watch
need
him
to
this
watch him
season.
this
season.
At Chelsea,
Wasn't the
he
Chelsea-
scored. How many goals did he score?
He
Like
plays very
16 goals in
unattractive
his first
football. I
season?
can understand.
Doesn't matter. he scores
How
goals.
many
But it
strikers
does matter.
The only
have
thing I would
Chelsea
say-
signed and
Excellent.
failed?
The only thing I would say about England is that Ollie Watkins is good to bring on in going in behind.
Ollie Watkins.
For the last stretching the play
How
in
has
the last
Ollie
15
Watkins
minutes.
gone into this debate? I
Okay.
don't get
If
it.
you might
Ollie
pick-
Watkins
He's
is going
washed.
nowhere
Washed.
near the
He's
squad.
never been that good.
He's
I'd play him
not
in a couple of
allowed
group
on the
stage
plane.
games.
No.
He's not getting into anywhere near the plane.
I get-
No, I'd have Abraham.
He's not going.
I'd have Tammy, but Watkins is a shout.
No.
Okay.
Watkins is not a shout.
Watkins isn't.
I don't know why everyone goes over Callum Wilson.
Oh, I can understand that as well. Yeah, he's just been injured.
Yeah.
Callum
I
Wilson.
thought you guys were joking.
No. I'm
He's
not joking. I'm not joking. Callum Wilson.
Go on, everyone.
Ball knowledge. There's ball knowledge from Mr. Murphy.
That's like,
Zero.
oh
He's got none
my
of it.
god.
He's got
No.
none of it.
Callum
There's a reason
Wilson-
you don't get a vote.
You know, he's got a big head, but not much knowledge.
He's got a fire over there.
Callum Wilson, rapid and a good
He's not
finisher.
rapid anymore.
He is rapid.
No,
No,
he isn't.
Anymore. He's bloody 33. He's not rapid.
he's a good player.
Is he that old?
If he was,
He's been
He
playing.
may
if
not
he
be
did,
33.
no, he's like 28.
He's had a.
He's
He's had
28.
a.
Oh, no, he's
He's had a bad
29,
season.
I think.
He is. Oh, he's 30.
Oh, he's 30, so I was close.
But obviously Tammy Abraham is the second.
Tammy
Oh,
striker.
yeah,
Abraham's
yeah.
that.
I was just saying that Wilson isn't that ridiculous. Like, you guys joke about Wilson.
Um,
Don't.
Anyway.
Also,
I'd
if he
rather
had
him
retired
Ketty
from
than
international
Wilson.
football, Jamie Vardy was getting straight
Yeah.
with it.
No,
That's
Tammy
true.
So
Abraham.
good.
No way.
Tammy
No
Abraham
way.
Every day.
you think
of
Jamie
the week.
Vardy should go to the Euros?
Yeah.
You know the numbers
I think
dropped.
the Euros might
You
be
know
good.
it's no longer a 26, not Euros, World Cup.
23 man team.
You know it's 23
It's
now.
23.
They dropped it. So
Yeah, he's still
I was actually writing my squad up, and it's actually really difficult.
Yeah, it's really difficult.
It's tough.
Sancho doesn't get in.
Sancho doesn't go.
Grealish doesn't go in.
Grealish goes.
Grealish goes. I'd put him in because you've got to have his threat off the
It's
bench.
unfortunate
You've got
if
to
Vardy
think
does
about
go. If Vardy if he hadn't, he would.
You've also
be
got to think
on
about
that
that
plane
five that
so
we're gonna play.
quickly.
Yeah.
He'd be on that plane so
Yeah.
quickly.
He'll be having a party.
Walker, Reece James, Trippier, and Trent. They can't all go,
They all go for me.
Yes.
but they can't all go.
Trippier's not going.
Like I love Trippier. He's performed for England on
Trippier
countless
is-
occasions. But there's 23 men. He
Oh, I
cannot
can't
go.
go
We
over.
can't bring 4 right backs.
has Trippier starting at left back. What the hell?
It's like me starting Max Aarons at left back.
And that would
Crazy.
be a massive mistake.
Crazy.
You know,
Anyway,
I was going to go for Tyreek Mitchell instead of
Yeah.
Luke Shaw.
Well, I think that's
but
the end.
I think we can.
He's better than all of them
But
defensively.
I think we,
Oh,
Kane's our striker.
Anyway.
Yeah. I think
that-
we've reached the end of the
I think
video.
we've reached the end of the video. I would let us know in the comments who you think has the best team.
but Guy, what do the viewers have to do?
So before you let us know in the comments who you think has the best team.
See, there's a little red button
There's a little
below.
red button just above. It's actually just above the comments.
I actually think it's below the
It's actually
video
just
though.
above.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
above
but
that.
it's
Below the
it's
video.
both of those.
Below the
above.
video, yeah.
So what you need to do is click the
Go to your
subscribe
notes.
button, click the like button, and then leave us a little comment.
What about the notification bell though?
If you want to, click the notification
What about the
bell.
dislikes as well?
I'll let it pass if you subscribe but don't hit the notification bell. But if you want to, hit it as well.
And
follow the Instagram.
the teams are going to come up above us now.
But what
Comment
if they
down below
don't?
Which one you think is the best
So
one?
just comment Henry if you want Henry's team, but you probably won't. Theo if you want Theo's team. Lou if you want Louis' team. And Big Will Phrase.
I
Big
don't
Willie
think they
Phrase.
need this- Okay. Anyway, we'll see you next week.
And thank you for watching.